Well, the city of Hamilton knew there were concerns about the safety of the Redhill Valley Parkway years before a report on the road's subpar friction levels came to light. The inquiry into why that report was buried for years heard from Mayor Fred Eisenberger today. He said even after he was briefed on the damning friction study, he didn't feel any urgency because he was reassured the road was safe. Kelly Botello has details.
In 2015, when a tragic crash on the Redhill Valley Parkway claimed the lives of Olivia Smosarski and Jordyn Hastings, there were talks at the city level of addressing safety concerns on the road, like potentially adding a middle barrier or reducing the speed limit. And then again in 2017, when a 26-year-old man was killed on the Redhill. But Mayor Fred Eisenberger says friction never came to mind until he was briefed in 2018 by senior city staff about a report from years prior that showed parts of the road were slipperier than they should be. They had discovered this report that was a bit of an outlier, the mayor told to the hearing today. He explained that it was an outlier because it was contrary to everything former city engineer Gary Moore had been telling council. The road was safe, the friction was fine. That inconsistency was a concern, Eisenberger testified today, but he didn't want to rush staff into throwing together a presentation to inform the rest of council about the situation. From my perspective, there was no sense of urgency, the mayor said today, adding that he was told by staff that the road was safe and no additional safety measures needed to be taken immediately. So he testified that he asked staff to put together a comprehensive and fulsome summary to present to council. When staff told councillors about the buried report at an in-camera meeting in January of 2019, Eisenberger said there was frustration and dismay from the elected officials, especially from those who had previously asked questions about the safety of the parkway. A few months ago, when the city's former top engineer Gary Moore testified at this inquiry, he said he didn't share the report because he felt like it was half done and had issues with some of the details, specifically that the friction of the Redhill was being compared to UK standards, as Canada doesn't have standards for friction. The probe continues tomorrow.